We're really happy. We're just really happy. It's such a weight off our shoulders. We've gotten a lot of time back that we could focus on our residents and our staff. We had an antiquated system, so some of the challenges were that we had a separate system. We had to go into a different administrative office to update the menu, update the pricing, and then the finance office, they had to like download the information from that computer in a flash drive and then upload it to get it through the PCC. We did it in stages. First, skilled nursing, and then we brought independent living and the POS system online later and got rid of the antiquated POS system that we had. So independent living uses the POS for dining, the menus, all that, the pricing, the MealSuite Touch. We use it for our staff as well. We implemented our staff so that talks to a third party and they can get their pay for their meals, and then it comes off of their paycheck if they like. And we also have the Stripe program too. So the POS launch really put the cherry on top for our independent living. Now that we have the connection with PCC, all that is done in the back of the house. So if a nurse changes a diet, it immediately goes through. We get a notification. We reprint the ticket so that it has 24-hour up-to-date information for our residents. ITSE, the therapeutic diet, we're kind of ahead of the game. The lingo in PCC, we've match the lingo with MealSuite so that we are up to date with the therapeutic diets and what they're called. It helped me design my breakfast service. We have a Monday through Friday bistro. We have a breakfast offering there. And when I got here, they had the bistro open from 6 a.m. to 12 o'clock serving breakfast and trying to staff that and have that labor in place. So I was able to pull down time of usage when people were eating and was able to look at, so I could change the time of service and type of service that we offered. So now we're only open from 7:30 to 9:30, 2 hours. And we saw that the peak usage was between that time. Found that our staff wasn't even ringing up ice cream. So having that touch screen where they could see the whole grid, we have the color coded. I had one employee who couldn't find things with the old system, and now you have this color code where we have morning selections, like we did like orange, like sunrise. So like they hit the orange and then the yellow. Our finance office, when they go to send statements at the end of the month, she's not spending hours trying to figure out bills, what they bought, what they didn't get. And also having the menu pricing being exact and having the menus in there in the POS system for our servers. That has been the biggest benefit. The residents really, really, really just love that nutritional information at the bottom of the receipt. And I have new employees that come in. I said, hey, watch this. Beef stew, house salad, cherry pie, hit print. And then I said, that's all their nutritional intake that they had for dinner. And they're like, what? I said, yep. I used to have these big binders that the residents would go through and say, this is, the recipes for today. And they have to calculate it. I have a 4-week cycle and I change the menu. If I go to update it in Touch, or I update it in MealSuite and it transfers over to Touch, and then I can go to the POS system and I can look at the whole week and see, the pricing's there, the right names for the things are there. Having that time that we're not spending in some other office at the end of the day trying to set up the menu and the pricing so that we're ready for dinner. And the other system we had to do, we could only do 1 or 2 days in advance. And if you wanted to do a week, it would take forever. So having MealSuite, having that menu in place, it just rolls up. The always available menu, always rolling up. It's really great. Anytime I've called for help, it's been there. I worked in different companies and they had menuing programs there where you had to wait till 12 o'clock in the afternoon when they wake up in California. Whereas MealSuite, I just feel like you guys are there all the time. So that's my advice for anybody thinking about using MealSuite. Just be ready, have your staff trained, and go through what they set up in those Excel spreadsheets, the trainings. Just make sure all that stuff's in place. It made it really easy. I think it was like last Friday, I turned to my second in charge, Davina, where I was like, man, it has been crickets. There has been no problems, no issues. Everything's just been smooth as silk.